Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. I am Memphis, Tennessee. Here I am. Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't know you was there. If I knew you was there, I wouldn't have done this, but... Right, I'll do this now, but shh, mum's a word. Not my mum, your mum, anyone's mum. It's no mum, no talking, because... Top secret. This is top secret. Didn't know you was there. Why are you there? I'll let you join in. But you can't tell your friends. You can't tell even your own mum. All right? So, what's it all about, Alfie? Well, October the 28th. That's what it's all about. Boom, boom, boom. We now know this is the piston. You have named this the piston. That was impressive when you named that the piston in the comments. Not piston broke. That was an old joke. That's how old I am. Because we have electric engines now. It used to be, I broke it down. What's the problem? Piston broke. And then you said, I can't remember the rest of it. Piston broke. So am I. But what's wrong with the car? Or something like that. Never mind. Ask your granddad about old cars. Right, here we go. This is... Shh. Shh. This is... Well, that's the Tronsmart Bang Max. I was using that for my dress rehearsal. Yes, it's a dress rehearsal for the Tronsmart Mertune S100. What's Mertune now? Clearly, T-U-N-E, we know that's about a speaker, and the tuner speaker, M-I-R. I guarantee you they've sat down and this means something to someone, but to me, it means nothing at all. Stop doing the piston. Nothing at all. It's been pointed out, you said it was a script and it's not a script. Well, it's the content guidelines, mate. It's content guidelines. What do you think guidelines are? It doesn't mean do something the opposite, okay? It doesn't say script, it says guidelines. Don't tell anybody, because this is going live on the October the 28th. And here we go. Number one, the overall description. Tronsmart Mertune S100 delivers. Go on, practice. Delivers clear sound. Clear sound. Oh, I think there's a lot of speakers. Do you know who did that? Another one. So I'm so old. That's Morecambe and Wise. Look it up. Ask your granddad. Morecambe and Wise. Never mind. Delivers clear sound with punchy bass. Do you know when I think of punchy bass, I think I hope AJ. Who's AJ? Don't you follow the boxing? He might not like that. That's the bang, and that's the punchy. Yeah, that's a bit of a sore joke with AJ. But never mind. Have you seen AJ and Carl Froch having a go at each other? One's a class act, one isn't. I'll give you a clue in the comments. Which one am I talking about? Never mind. And features a retractable handle. Now, this is quite good. I've suggested this in the past. Retractable, detachable handles are always good because you'll always get someone who says, give me a handle, and someone will say, don't give me a handle, and then someone else will say, will you two stop arguing, please? And we've now got a retractable handle. What, by the way, if you didn't know, looks a bit JBL Charge 5 like. They talk about the JBL Charge 5. We'll get onto that in a minute. It's actually got two tweeters, they say, but they also say two woofers. No, they don't. Why did I say that? I've got no idea. They say two tweeters and a woofer. I think so, isn't it? Here's the description. Well, it's waffled about that again. So, yeah, in the description, you'll find there's two tweeters and one woofer. But they do that whole thing again, isn't it? But they will describe it as a 2.1. We're going to get a whole generation of ignorance in audio because they'll think two tweeters and a woofer is 2.1. What would have been 2.1 then out? Well, two full-range drivers and a subwoofer. The 0.1, or the point something, will always be the subwoofer. And if it was a point, that would be Atmos and height things and all that. So people are getting really confused because marketing has got out of hand. But it's going in line with where YouTube's going. YouTube... I said it before, I said it again. Well, say it again now. Well, it's just the marketplace. Well, not on my channel, but on a lot of, I say on 99.9. Do you know how it always says on the packet, kills 99.99% of the germs, and it's always that 0.001 germ that gets you, isn't it? What was I saying? Why did I say that? Oh, 99.99% are on marketing place, but me and a couple of the rest of you are not. You know who I'm talking about. We're talking about people like Dominic Reviews and Tector Audios. And I'm only mentioning the ones that are subscribed to me. Because if you're not subscribed to me, mate, and you've got a channel, tough luck. Here we go. Yeah, so 20 minutes in. Oh, okay, we can't do a 20-minute on a dress rehearsal. Well, why not? I can do anything I bloody want. because I'm just enjoying myself. Right, here we go. Products, one page, and key feature. Key feature? Shouldn't that be features? Anyway, that was page 1. Got 20 pages to go. Haha, not really, but never mind. But about 20 of you just clicked off. And you've gone to Mr. Jim Caddy. And then you probably click off that as well, by the way. Never mind. What's going to be the price now? Well, they're saying 79. It's always 0.99, isn't it? Why do we have to have 0.99s? It used to be a nightmare in the shops. Everything was like £1.99, £2.99. And yeah, they were having to give all day long. People come in £2, £3, and they're giving penny, and they run out of pennies. Now it's all cashless. We don't need the 0.99. They don't want to say $80. So is that street price or is that after discount? There's always an early bird. It doesn't say early bird here. It just says $80. The launch time is October the 28th. So no, you can't tell your mate, your mum, your dad, your granddad, or the bloke down the road who you don't like anyway, and you wouldn't have told him. But on October the 28th, you wait. There'll be a lot of, I'm not going to call them anything because you know what they are, but there'll be a lot of them going live on October the 28th. By the way, this is going to be absolutely fantastic. I know it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Do you know how I know? Because it says here, it's got awesome sound quality and it's a portable design. I don't know about you. I always figure, if you're going to have a travel speaker, if you're going to have a portable speaker, it's best to make a portable design. Mertune S100. Again, I don't know what Mertune. What is that? Maybe I should have Googled it. Yes, you should have Googled it. All right, maybe it's going to be something obvious. It's designed for portability while delivering impressively loud sound and its durable exterior. I haven't got it here, but that would be good. It does look a bit Charge 5-like, which is quite durable. The retractable handle adds a unique touch. I don't know if it's unique. It probably is. I haven't got one that's got a retractable one like that. If that's truly unique, Tronsmart, well done, son. The retractable handle adds a unique touch with extended playtime. It had playtime and now it's been extended. Well, that's meaningless, isn't it? One of those silly things, but I will tell you, straight up, they do tell you 20 hours at 50% volume. So they've been straight with us and I've been straight with you. If it's 20 hours at 50% volume, I bet 50, well, that must be very good. Well, did you know, we don't have linear volume steps. So if you make the 50% quite low and then it goes, and then you've got, is it more step? You know what I'm saying. So if it's not right linear and 50% is not quite 50%, but it's probably like 30% if it was linear, it's going to go longer, isn't it? And all that. Never mind. It says P0, whatever. It's got punchy bass and clear sound, as you know. Punchy. That's not AJ's best friend and clear sound. Equipped with a 2.1 channel audio. No, it's not. It's equipped with 2 tweeters and a woofer. Audio system. The emerging boost is for 50 watt speaker. Is that RMS? I don't know. It doesn't say. Output through one runaway woofer. You've got your woofer and it's gone. You're going to have to run down the street to find it. Well, that's a lot of fun for the first day. And then, but hang on a sec, maybe they mean racetrack. So someone says it's a lot of this gets lost in translation, doesn't it? We know that. We know it's been translated. But anyway, runaway. It's a runaway woofer. I hope they launch with a runaway woofer because we'll have a lot of fun with that one. But it's probably oval and they call it racetrack and we call it very, very, very fast. And now we want to call it very, very slow because we've read up. We're going very, very fast. Alan, why don't you have some more tea? You're not hyper enough. Good point. Oh dear. So I've got a bit of cold. I've got to have my tea. Well, I should say, oh my God, I've been cold. No. Well, I've got a cold and I can't do an Elvis accent, which is not my, hey, American is not my first language, is it? So, I used to be able to do, Elvis Presley, baby. I can't do it anymore because I've got a cold. Delivering surprisingly, because you'll get it home, you won't be expecting much. That's why you've paid $80, because you're not expecting much. And then you turn it on and go, oh, it's got surprisingly rich audio, Mum. Why do you say Mum? I don't know. Maybe I'm a mum's boy now. What can I do? We're clear treble. We're clear treble. Clear. Isn't treble always clear? Have you ever had a muddy treble? I don't know. But if you got a muddy treble, probably you ain't got any treble. Treble. All bass, no treble. Aha! That's where we get the song from. Retractable handle, we said that. Durability, yes, we got that. It's got a built-in power bank, by the way. Absolutely fantastic. I don't know what it outputs at. Often these are 5 volts, 1 amp. I don't know, but because that 5 watts is really, really silly. We know it charges at 10 watts via USB-C. So it could be up to 10 watts of power bank. 10 watts is reasonable, but I've asked before, I'll ask again. Go on, ask it again, Al. Has anybody actually used their speaker that they paid $80 for as a power bank instead of using the power bank? 20 hours playtime, we know that. Oh, I like the descriptions. It's built-in power bank with 20 hours playtime, whether on a trip or a party. Ah, good. Charge your devices anytime, anywhere. Well, thank you. I didn't realize that. The Mertune S100 offers up to 20... How many times are you going to tell us 20 hours playtime and not tell people that's 50% volume? If you go into the specs, it says 50% volume. But all along the headlines and the guidelines and what they're telling people to say, it's just 20 hours playtime. People are going to think that's at maximum volume. People actually think these specs actually mean something. Well, that's fine. They'll go home and they'll find out. Surprising most speakers of its size. That's weird. Surprising most speakers. So I'll have all my other speakers lined up. And they'll go, oh, wow, how long is he playing for? No, I don't think that's going to happen, actually. Customizable EQ. Good. It's got an app with EQ. Experience. It's got 5 EQ presets. Okay, and customize the EQ to your preference. I would never realize that's what it's for. IPX7, okay, that's good, IPX7. So what is it? One more time, please. 30 minutes in 1 meter of water. But if it don't float, that's pretty much useless. But I don't know if it floats or not because they never sent it to me. But this is not the script anyway, but it's not a script. You said it before. I've got to be absolutely upfront with you. This is not a script. This is the content guidelines. Oh, yeah, I can dispose up to 1 more 30 minutes. Throw. It doesn't say if it will float or not. Or engage in a beach trip. I can engage in a beach trip. I love this. Is actually quite polite English. It's a reliable companion. It's a reliable companion. I wanted one of those for years and years for your daily events. You can pair two Mertune S100 to separate the sound channel and thus immerse in stereo. Do you know, by the way, what apparently the most misspelt word in the world is? Separate is S-E-P-A-R, and everyone spells it S-E-P-E-R. Why don't we just change it to E-R? We seem to be changing other words all the time anyway. I think it's time we separate from an A to an E. Never mind. Built-in microphone and multiple play modes. Enjoy hands-free cooling. So you can multiple play modes. Well, yeah, just different EQs, I suppose, but I don't know. Thanks to the high-quality microphone. So for making phone calls, it supports multiple play modes. Oh yeah, so actually, that's quite good. It's got USB-A out, which I think you can use with a USB-A dongle, but that's also for... Yeah, that's the thing. It appears that the power bank is via USB-A. Hands up who remembers USB-A. Excuse me, Tronsmart. USB-C is the thing now. Or even a mini micro. I always get mixed up, never mind. But how many people are now carrying around a USB-A lead these days so they can use it? They're carrying around USB-C to USB-C leads. Please, if you're going to have a power bank now, please make it USB-C. You've got TDF, we said multiple play modes, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. It's got rainbow light show. Freely switch, freely. Well, that's good. But it is actually good. Have you noticed now in your electric vehicles, now you've actually got to subscribe for half the features that were there anyway. That's the way the world's gone subscription crazy. Freely switches among 3 modes of beat-driven light show. Got through the first bit. It's not a script. I have to point this out before you point it out to me. These are the content guidelines. Here we go. So it always gets more serious now because it's in the grid. It's even more serious, and it's got, for some reason, it's got stars. I wonder what these stars for. So we start with the 5 stars, and we go down to 2 stars. Does that mean it's the most important, or it's part of a bigger galaxy with more stars? There are no Uranus jokes coming on my channel anymore. Right, powerful bass and clear treble, we got that already, you told us. 50 watts we know, 2.1 you told us, and it's not really. A runaway woofer when it's probably a racetrack woofer, but I don't know, maybe it really is a runaway woofer, or completely out of control. Got a retractable handle, you told us, that's 5 stars. Extremely durable is a 5-star. Up to 20 hours of playtime is only a 3-star. Customizable, so they're just going over what they just told us. Yeah, wasting my time. Customizable EQ 3-star, IPX7 3-star, TWS bearings only a 2-star. That should be a 5-star in anybody's book. Multiple play modes, 2-star. Oh, that was a waste of time. Number 4. Guidelines for videos. Here we go. Guidelines for videos. I thought the whole point was it was for a video. And by the way, you say it's not a script. By the way, content guidelines must have. Do you know what that means? It means it must have. Okay, it's a requirement. It's a requirement, but this, I've just glanced for the first time, by the way, and this the top one certainly seems quite reasonable. I have no problem at all in my dress rehearsal. Doing this one. Demonstrate the sound quality. And I'm not taking a mickey. Have you noticed how many sponsored videos out there, whether they say sponsored or not, we know they're sponsored, do not demonstrate the sound quality. Or they don't compare it to anything, and then they use a boom microphone. They use a shotgun microphone to record it. In the most ridiculous way to record. It tells us absolutely, that's not demonstrating the sound, that's demonstrating your ignorance, isn't it, Mr. Patrick Shambles? Use clips with rich visual effects and comparison reviews. Haven't showcased. So, I mean, we're not saying don't tell anybody. We've seen that with certain companies before, haven't we? Where they don't let you say anything. But here, I have to say, you know, fair dues. Tronsmart is saying, go ahead and do it. I hope they're not shooting themselves in the foot with this one, and I hope it lives up to what they clearly think is a great speaker. To showcase the sound quality, emphasize the bass by visually showcasing the passive radiator's vibration. I bigged you up, and now, Tronsmart, that doesn't tell you the sound quality to see the passive radiators going in and out. That's what they do. They go in and out. Placing granular object. Oh, I just bigged you up, mate. Placing granular objects like coffee beans or confetti on the passive radiator can highlight this feature. It's like demonstrating you've got the best normal radiator in the world because it gets hotter. Or the kettle. The kettle. This is the best kettle in the world. Do you know why? It gets hot. Highlight the 2.1 channel audio system, and you can't because it doesn't have one. It has two tweeters and a woofer. It doesn't have a subwoofer. I mean, we don't know. I'm assuming that because they called it a tweeter. It could have two full-range drivers and a subwoofer, but they're not saying that. And if it had two full-range drivers and a subwoofer, do you know what it would be? It would be 2.1. We'll have to wait and find out. Play different music segments to demonstrate the system's ability to enhance sound clarity and richness across all frequencies. I've seen this before, where there's a complete disconnect between the people writing the marketing and people who've ever listened to a speaker. This is clearly written by someone who's got no idea what a speaker does across all frequencies. Does it go from 0 to 100 million hertz and stuff like that? And if you really want to demonstrate that, you tell us, I don't know, do they tell us a frequency response at all? I mean, normally they give it a frequency. Oh, they do. But here's the thing. Frequency response, 50 hertz to 20 kilohertz with no range. It's like me saying get in the bath and clean yourself without telling you whether there's water in it or not. It's absolutely meaningless. Does that make sense as an analogy? I don't know, but hopefully you know what I mean. It's the whole point of a frequency, the quoting frequency range, is that it's hopefully within plus 3 dB or minus 6 dB, as they like to say these days. At least within a range, and you know where those peaks and troughs are, peaks and dips, and rolls off below 50 and all that, and you can't, most of you, and the music won't go up to 20 kilohertz anyway, what you're going to play on this. But anyway, that's what, I mean, yeah, I mean, what else can I do? I just think they should have some idea of what a speaker does when they work in the marketing department. So where were we? We were having a blinking good laugh, weren't we? Demonstrate the sound richness across all frequencies. And how they're going to do that, by the way. Customizable key, showcase the retractable handle. We can do that, and yeah, that's a reasonable feature. They've given it some thought. Feature multiple play modes and realize the speaker's variety of play modes. I thought they're going to be like, you know, enhanced stereo and Atmos. So what they call play modes indeed are Bluetooth, auxiliary in, USB and micro SD card. It's got a micro SD slot. There are some nice features on it. You know, as we just seem to get on the cheaper brands, more features. Micro SD card slot. They want you to show it in an outdoor setting. That's become very popular on certain channels, hasn't it? To convey the Mertune S100 is an excellent choice. See, they're telling you, this is when they're putting words in your mouth and it said must have. You don't come in. There's that, I can't remember his name. Got a stupid channel. He came in. I didn't even go on his channel. He came on my channel and complained that I'd said something to him. I didn't even say anything to him. It was someone else on my channel. He replied, obviously in that case, but he was saying, it's not a script. Must have is an excellent choice for outdoor activities. Okay. Present it in outdoor settings such as beaches Just stroll down to the beach, the park, the pool, or backyards, emphasising the durability and outdoor features, and all that, and all that, and all that. I mean, it's fair enough to showcase your speaker. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. But that's what they're being told to do. Nothing wrong with that at all, as long as it's all true what is said. Add hashtags. Okay, so the hashtags would be Tronsmart speaker, Merchant S100, Bluetooth speaker, outdoor speaker, portable speaker, speaker test, camping speaker. Oh, maybe they're not going to be very happy about this. That's their niche. Speaker for barbecue or BBQ. Speaker for swimming, if it floats. I haven't said it floats. Speaker for the beach. Additional guidelines. Outdoor case, outdoor testing. Showcase the Mertune S100 and outdoor scenarios like seaside vacations. You actually got a book holiday? Poolside parties, camping trips, picnics, backyards or barbecues. Highlight its power bank function for charging devices on the go. This is all fair enough, but it's a bit of fluff really, isn't it? Sound comparison test. You know, it's not like that last one I did where there was just, you know, an avalanche of bullshit that was being expected to be told. Record the same music segments and compare the Merchant S100 quality with competitors. So, I mean, that's 100% okay. That's exactly what we want in a review. I hope they obviously clearly think this is a great speaker. I hope it really is. You know, the Tronsmarts that I had in the past, I mean, this for me was the best value they had, but there's loads of speakers now in this segment. But Tronsmart in the past have not been, you know, great for expectations in my world. I hope this one lives up to their expectations. They clearly think it is, and they're saying, go ahead and compare it. It's a bit weird, isn't it? They think they need to tell speaker reviewers to use sound clips against another speaker to review it. Distance test. Indoor. Test the sound effects of the Mertune S100 in different size rooms, including, I mean, I would not like to be following all this. I mean, this is basically going to be a feature film they want you to make. Inviting family members to test together is all. And before you say it again, I wish I remember his name because he was such a wally. And in the past, he's been a known shill. And he came on my channel. I have to look it up. Maybe I'll add it afterwards. But I just want to point out again, it says must have on this section. Where were we? Yeah, test the sound effects. That would be a different video altogether. Test the sound effect at a distance of 1 meter, 5 meters, and 10 meters. Talk about random. Test with partners. Following on from what I just said about the other kind of video, play the same song using the Mertune S100 and other similarly sized speakers. The Soundcore Motion Boom, I haven't got it here, if they're saying, the JBL Charge 5, the JBL Flip 5. These aren't same size speakers, are they? Sony ULT Field 1. Blindfold the listener. Blindfold the listener and let them choose their favourite speaker based on sound quality. You know, this is absolutely what I would hope people would do in a review. Let's say 70% of these guidelines and must have, very reasonable, and I'm glad they're there. I hope this speaker is what they think it is. Frequency sweep test. Use a spectrum analyzer or waveform graph to visualize dynamic range and frequency. This is what is getting me. Now, are they talking about me? So they never used to say all this in these guidelines, did they? This is stuff that I do. I don't know if they're talking about my actual true static spectrograms, or are they talking about Mr. Jim Caddy on his tablet through the tablet's microphone with showing a waveform. I don't know. And I hope they know the difference between an actual properly measured spectrogram and using a tablet to measure a waveform. There's a reason why you pay shitloads of money for proper equipment. Oh, by the way, it's not a frequency response. This is the problem. The marketing department don't know about audio. They don't know about speakers. Use a spectrum analyzer or waveform for the frequency response. Well, you'd have to play pink noise or something like that, wouldn't you, for it to be some sort of frequency response. But that's not how you measure frequency response anyway. And we had that on Reddit. You can go and see me blast some geezer on Reddit. It's clueless, just got out of bed or something, I don't know. Waterproof test. Test its durability when you go swimming or have a beach party, for example. Throw the products into the water while holding a poolside party. Well, I assume this I'm going to have if this speaker doesn't float, I'm going to have such a laugh with this, with these guidelines, but I assume it must float. You know, the amount of times they're stressing, stick it in the pool. Tear down the speaker. Disassemble the Mertune S100 to showcase. See, it seems to me, and we saw that last time, these are just people, these are just clueless people who've watched a whole bunch of videos and they've just put all these ideas they've seen in other videos on here. So the teardowns, you know, you don't normally get in a review, do you? Because they're two different things. Expecting people to do that in the same video. Well, I have to say, whoever's written this is pretty clueless. Unless they want you to do a series of videos, and that wouldn't surprise me either. Disassemble the Mertune to showcase its internal components. Focus on the vibration. As you're disassembling it, focus on the vibration of the driver and the passive radiator while playing bass-heavy songs while disassembling it. Okay, Tronsmart, if you ever get to watch this video, the whole point of a passive radiator is it's in a sealed unit. The minute you take it apart, it doesn't work. Day one at audio school, all right? Comparison with with JBL Charge 5 or Flip 5, Tronsmart. By the way, have you heard of the JBL Flip 6? Compare specific features of the Mertune S100 with the JBL Charge 5 or Flip 5. While the Mertune S100 offers similar functions to the JBL Charge 5, it's $100 cheaper. Okay. And includes a built-in microphone and auxiliary in-play mode. It also offers high power output. It offers high power output 30 watts. It's more. They say it's a 50 watt speaker. Marketing department, honestly, please. I don't know what to say with that. The marketing is as a 50 watt speaker, and in the guidelines, must have guidelines, offers high power output of 30 watts. And longer battery life, 8 hours more. Longer battery life, 8 hours more. You've told us 20 hours at 50% volume. The disconnect is ridiculous, isn't it? I hope some of these reviewers who pick up the script, you know, have a brain, will actually think this through for themselves. And I'm sure the ones that are subscribed to me will. Comparisons between the Mertune S100 and other speakers are also recommended, which is fair enough. Suggestion: advise customers to consider their needs, budget, sound preferences, portability, and other factors when choosing your speaker. The Mertune S100 is a multifunctional outdoor speaker. We've got an avalanche now of speakers being marketed as outdoor. It's obviously where the money. It's all about money. It's all about the bass note. I don't know. Well, that don't fit at all. That's what she said. We finally managed to fit it in. That's what she said with a piston. That's what she said. She did actually. Never mind. Where are we? We're at the table. Oh yeah. There was a joke once. I think was there a clip on. I don't know where it was on. Taking the piss out of Eastwood with glasses, because you always do that. Anyone wears glasses, you always end up at some point going, Clint Eastwood in a gunfight, video. Oh, did know? I said it before. And right there, number 7, must have number 7. Video series. They want you to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos. I hope they're getting paid. I know I shouldn't say. I hope they're getting paid. If they're getting a $100 speaker and they're expected to make 7 videos, as we saw last time, probably 65% of the guidelines never got mentioned in the videos at all. Tronsmart Mertune. So the video series is the Mertune S100 versus other models. Everything. There's another one. Everything you need to know about the Mertune S100. Then Tronsmart S100. The ultimate portable speaker with a question mark. Is the Tronsmart Mertune S100 worth it? Watch before you buy. Tronsmart Mertune S100 teardown. Mertune S100, the best outdoor speaker with powerful bass. Essential gear for camping, picnic, barbecue parties. Then they give you a list of specs. They're still saying the JBL Charge 5. Honestly, looks like they don't know there's a JBL Flip 6, which is hysterical. And they actually want this up to go up to the Motion Boom. I know the Motion Boom is not what it used to be. We've already found that out. But to ask people, look, I mean, look, this may be absolutely fantastic value. I'm going to have to personally buy this based on this, because they're not saying, you know, they're actually saying be truthful. You know, I'm not, you know, this is a dress rehearsal, but remember. But there's nothing. I wouldn't say there's much in here for me to say I'm worried. Because they're actually saying, compare it. They clearly believe this is that good. We don't know. And it may be that good. So you know, maybe this dress rehearsal. It's actually a bit of hype for this speaker, because based on this, there's going to be two things that are evident. It's either actually going to be one of the best value speakers we've ever had, or whoever wrote this is going to be looking for another job very soon. What have we got? So they've got examples of what they want. I'm not on the examples, and I'm very, very upset, because I thought I was Mr. Spectrogram. Clearly not. And I'll write down who they are. I can't remember who they are. Oh, yes, I did write it down. This one I've never actually watched. Gino Butty. No, don't say it out. So I don't know how you pronounce it. Gino Booty, I suppose what it is. I don't know. Anyway, they're giving these as examples of what they want. Also, they gave an example of CNET. CNET. I mean, obviously, these are big channels, a lot of people watching. I don't watch CNET. It's a joke for me, but if they think that's, based on what they've asked people to do, a very good review is what they've actually asked for, and I'd have no problem with that, with these guidelines at all. My problem is they may be overhyping it. They may be expecting too much of their own speaker. And if they're not, it's going to be a fantastic speaker. Anyway, and Mr. New Stuff TV, he's featured twice. He does seem to be a bit of a go-to for a template on what these companies are looking for. I've got nothing, I've never called him a shill. I've got nothing against Mr. New Stuff TV. He appears to be a really, really nice guy. And all props to him, because when I've asked him about certain things, he's always replied very honestly. I want to stress that before, and because there'll always be a fanboy for everything. So, Mr. New Stuff TV seems a nice guy. I've got no problem with him. And he obviously is a bit of a template for what these people want, which is absolutely fine. I hope he'll probably end up doing really, really well based on that. It's not the sort of thing I want to do, but where they are true shields, I will call them out. I don't know who this Gino Butty is. Patrick Shambles is not in here. Have we seen the back of Mr. Patrick Shambles? Is his day over? Oh, that was it. That was the whole thing. That was a dress rehearsal. In some ways, a bit of a letdown for me. There was nothing in there I can say is complete bullshit. Since I'm actually nervous for Tronsmart. They're actually asking whoever these people are. I don't know what the deal is. For all I know is those are the guidelines. They're actually asking people to make a decent review. No problem at all. I hope it lives up to their expectations. I haven't been offered the speaker. I do a lot of what they're asking for. But hey, there's a long list. It's an ever-growing list of people, of companies that do not want to deal with me. Because I've dealt with them in the past. Indeed, the Bang Max was sent to me. I said it was good value. And do you know what happened after that? I never heard from Tronsmart again. Just any specs that we missed out. Not really, I think we've got it all down. It's Bluetooth 5.3. It will charge in 4.5 hours. Charges at 5 volts, 2 amps, which is 10 watts. It weighs 1.1 kilos. It's an SBC codec. They quote the transmission distance as 15 meters or 40 feet. The battery capacity. I mean, they quote everything. I mean, I can't fault a lot of the stuff that Tronsmart are doing with the speaker, because although the headlines may be 8,000 milliamp hours, we know that's absolutely meaningless. You've got to multiply it by the volts. And they do give the volts, which is 7.4 volts, 4,000 amps, 4,000 milliamp hours. So we got the full specs. Multiply the 7.4, I haven't done it. Have I got my calculator here? Okay, this will be all good. 7.4 times 4 is 14.8, is 29.6, that's 29.6 watt hours. 29.6 watt hours is quite reasonable. It is a reasonable battery. Charges in 4.5 hours. Yeah, they said that. And the transmit power is 4 dBm, which sounds a bit on the low side. What do I know?
I'm a singer, baby. I'm a singer, baby. I'm gonna hear all the speakers and all that.
Well, that's been it. How long you been here? I'll tell you, quite a while. But probably not as long as normal. I'm on a health kick. It's green tea. It's green tea, so I've had to put 3 tea bags in instead of 1. Does that still equate to a health kick? I don't know. They say the caffeine in green tea is more mellow than, say, in coffee because of the other stuff that's in it. I don't know if that's true or not. Yeah, I don't think I'm as hyper as normal. Yeah, 3 tea bags, is that 1 cup? I think that's more mellow than 1 cup. I'll find out later. What else is green tea known for? They say it's very good for you. Mind you, they say everything is good for you or is also very bad. Do you know, everything is dose dependent. Everything. And water's really good for you, is it? Yeah, and also there's a condition that if you drink too much water, you will die. So everything is dose dependent. When you get scared, oh, I won't take this, I won't take that. Depends on the dose. The dosage. It's always about the dosage. A lot of people can take me in small doses, but they overdose on me very quickly. That's all she wrote. There wasn't a lot of, that's what she said. Don't know. Obviously, no coffee, just green tea. Not quite the same. I'm doing this very early in the morning, before I start my day. I just thought ahead. I told you, my brain thinks quicker than my brain thinks quicker than than I actually talk. And I knew that I was going to say something, and I've forgotten what I was going to say. What did I just say before I start? I can't remember. I said there wasn't too many. That's what she said in it, and that's what she said. It was honestly, it was quite funny, Mid. Is that still on? Oh, yeah, it was quite funny, Mid, and it went. It's still talking. I know. I said every video I get to the end, and I think, oh well, I should just say something else. My views are going down. Obviously, it's not everyone's cup of tea. Does it matter? Yeah, it does a little bit. I said it last time. As long as your views are going up, I don't care if it's 2 views or 2 million. It's as long as they're going up or staying the same. When they're going backwards, it's disheartening. I think whether I'd had 10 million views and now I'm only getting 7 million views, if I was getting 3 views and now I'm getting 1 view, because that was the case right at the beginning, it's still disheartening. What's the point? But then I tell you what the point is. I've told you before. I just enjoy what I'm doing, but it's not quite so enjoyable when you look at the views and have gone down. You just think, am I really that much of a prat? And the answer is possibly. Yeah. I was just thinking, can I say anything else? I'll save it for the next video. That's what she said. No, that don't fit. That's what she said. I did it. I got it in. And that's what she said. Oh, we finished on a roll. We finished on a bacon roll, a ham roll, and a sausage. So thank you for watching yet again. Well, you might not have watched. This might be the video that gets 0 views. I don't know. Look, I'll be around later if you're still watching. Whoever's left watching, I'm still getting comments saying it always brightens the day when they get my video. That's all I need in my life, is someone to say, you know, I did something positive for them. And I still think whatever happens, I'm putting out some information that is not coming from anywhere else. But this video was just about reading the guidelines, so I suppose it's still going to be coming out elsewhere. That's what she said. But not till October the 28th. Look, I don't think I've ruined anything there. I think I've actually hyped this thing up. Based on what they're saying, they're asking people to do a proper honest, some of obviously the information they've got wrong, but the review they're asking for is an honest review, comparing to other speakers, in depth. Cannot fault that at all. But in fact, didn't ask me. It doesn't matter, because I don't have much time in it. Funny, I always say, oh, why do the company not deal with me? And when they do,
Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup.